Hi, I'm Tisha Casida, and welcome to our first edition talking about biogeometry. This is with Be the Way at dobe.world. These are all of the ways that you can be what you want to be and exist in the world outside of the craziness that's going on. Dobe.world, you can be the way. How do you be the way? Biogeometry is a great way to start. You can surround yourself with shapes that resonate great frequencies. This is based on the Biogeometry Signatures by Dr. Ibrahim Karim. And the very first one we're exploring today is with the endocrine system, the thyroid gland. This is Thyroid 3. You can find these as 4x4 canvases, as well as stickers, die-cut stickers. So when you take them off of their sheet, they're like this. You can stick them anywhere. Stay tuned for more. You may find yourself suffering from repressed anger. I have personal experience with this. In the past 5 years of post-COVID chaos, I continue to try to get rid of the amazing amounts of anger that I have stored within my system. Now, according to traditional Chinese medicine, 2 of the places where we can store anger include our liver and our thyroid. This makes perfect sense for me because I sometimes feel like my blood is actually boiling from this rage. Why rage, you might ask yourself? What do you have to be upset about? Well, first of all, as I look into the beautiful blue sky, I can see that they've been spraying a chemical cloud, solar aerosol injection to cover the sun. That pisses me off. It just irritates me. This goes on almost every day. That irritates me. They're trying to kill us, right? Just like with all of the injections that they did, the mRNA technology that's now in, what did they say, 80% of the world's population? Now, granted, sometimes when I go to the grocery store and I see humanity and I see what might be deemed as worthless eaters, just hunks of flesh, consuming and excreting, doing nothing but simply trying to entertain themselves and just using resources and giving no care or concern about anything else going on with humanity or the earth, even spiritually. So I get it. Maybe there's a bunch of people that needs to die. But anyways, it really irritates me that they cover the beautiful sun. Repressed anger. Anthony Fauci, repressed anger. The fact that our current administration said that we weren't going to get into any more wars and now we're bombing everybody, repressed anger. I'm in between a millennial and a Generation Xer, and I'm just trying to live the American dream. Repressed anger. What they're doing to our currency and eroding the wealth of every American equally through inflation. Even though half of the country says, oh, don't worry about it. Trust the plan, because the price of eggs is coming down. The price of gas is coming down. Don't worry. Repressed anger. So I can feel it in my body. All this to be said, biogeometry is a tool that can be used through shapes to help resonate and create frequency in our bodies that's helpful and healing. And you might say to yourself, that sounds like pseudoscience. That sounds like, how could shape possibly affect, especially 2-dimensional shape, how could that possibly affect our bodies? Think about it. When you see lines, what are words, spelling, when you see lines, that communicates something to you. Just like shapes, sacred geometry. When we see with our human eyeballs that are divinely created, we automatically take in information. We see a line, we take in information. We see a circle, we take in information. We see a triangle, we take in information. Don't believe me? Driving down the road, if you see a dotted line, you know what that means. You see a solid line, you know what that means. It's in a 3-dimensional world how we communicate. We communicate through lines and shapes. This is the drawing for the endocrine gland, the thyroid. It's called Thyroid 3. These are all created and inspired by Dr. Ibrahim Karim. It might be Karim. And he wrote the book about biogeometry, which you'll find linked. But he drew these, and the concept is that these shapes resonate with different organs and different systems in our bodies. So I'm recreating these, and you can find them at lifeforce.biz. Now, in addition to the 4x4 canvases, there's stickers that you can get. These are die cut. This is the medium size. This is the small size. And because they're die cut, they'll come off the paper like this. And then you can stick these anywhere that's convenient to you. I have a lot of these around my computer and my desk because that's where I spend a lot of time. You could put them on the bathroom mirror. You could put them on the mirror of your vehicle. And they're just something to visually see that subconsciously is going to resonate with your system, with your organ system. And again, these are specifically for your endocrine gland, the thyroid. It's so important for us to surround ourselves with good things, right? Nutritionally, we should be eating and consuming things that build up every single cell in our body. We should be doing that every day for every meal that we have. But we don't just eat and consume with our digestive system. We consume with all of our senses. So all day long, everything that we put into ourselves visually, including what you're scrolling through on your phone and allowing algorithms to tell your mind, and now you're allowing AI. There's so much AI content out there, and God only knows what else subconsciously is going on with that AI content that's going into your system, but we consume with our eyes. So the best thing that you can do for yourself is to surround yourself with things that are communicating healthy and helpful things to your body, your mind, and your spirit. That's what biogeometry does. Biogeometry is lines and shapes and beautiful things that you can surround yourself with that is going to help communicate healthy and helpful things. So I hope you'll go to lifeforce.biz, or you can find my store on Etsy, Biogeometry Life Force. I'll put these links so that you can find them. Thank you for joining us for this first edition of talking about our biogeometry shapes, and we'll see you next time.